What is going on, you guys? Alex here with Sportline, bringing you another Tesla video. Today we're going to be checking out our brand new version 3 rear screen and CarPlay for the Tesla Model 3 and Model Y. This new screen is going to feature much larger AC vents for improved cooling in the rear, as well as a much faster and improved user interface. So we're going to go ahead and show you what comes in it, and then we're going to jump into the install. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so it's going to be a pretty easy, straightforward install. We really don't even need any tools besides the little plastic trim tool that comes with it. So we've got our new screen piece here. We've got this right here, which is going to allow our wireless charging up front to still work. We'll get to that in a minute when we get to the install inside the car. And then we've got our wire harness here. So let's go ahead, move over to the car now and show you how to get this installed. All right, we're in the back seat now. One of the first things we can do is we want to grab the bottom edge of our factory vent here, and we'll just pull that up and this piece will pop out. And then there's going to be one plug on the back of it that we'll go ahead and lift the tab up with our finger and unplug it. And so this here is actually the plug for the USB chargers on here. And with this unplugged, our chargers up front, the USB ports and the wireless charging are no longer going to work until you plug this little red and black cable right into this plug. So we'll go ahead and get this plugged in. All right, now we can just tuck this down. Okay, on our car here, we have this rear fridge installed, but on a normal Model 3 or Model Y, right underneath where we removed this AC vent, down here near the floor, there's going to be a small plastic trim panel, and we can use this plastic trim tool that came in the kit to help us remove that. So we're going to go ahead and remove that now, and on our car, I'm just going to go ahead and pull our fridge here. Okay, now with that trim piece removed, we have access to this blue plug right here. And this is where we're going to plug in our wire harness that came with the kit. So I'm just going to take my finger and press down the tab on this blue plug and we'll pull it out. Now we can plug this into the female end of the supplied wire harness. And then we'll just plug the other end back into the factory plug. Now this other portion we want to run up behind the console here next to where that blue plug is. And it's going to come out in this vent area and allow us to plug it into the back of the new screen. And then once this goes back on, it will hide all the wiring. So now we have a black plug and a green wire. The green wire is for the optional front passenger seat control. So if you want to hook that up, the other end of the harness that came in the kit is going to plug into that green wire here. And then this is going to get run out the side of the console here, down underneath the back of the rear passenger seat, and then up and over to the seat controls.
We have our optional front seat adjustment wiring harness. This again is optional, so if you don't want the rear passengers and those with the screen to have access, you don't need to install this. It's perfectly fine just to leave it off. Today we'll be showing you how to install it. First we'll start with this side of the port. It's going to go into and that plugs right into the main harness. Now once you're there, you're going to run this cable from the bottom of the seat down to the side, and it's going to connect to the side seat control. So now we're going to install the front seat adjustment harness to the side of the seat. And what we're going to do is we're going to route it under the seat and to the side over here, and then we'll show you how to plug it in. If you go behind this material, you'll see that there are two bands, so you're just going to want to feed it under and through. So we'll go under And then we'll go the second one. Once you've done that, you can then take the wiring harness and feed it up so that it sits behind here, kind of hidden. Pull it a little more. And you'll take this, you'll want to just leave it there. And then we'll move to the other side and get that done. Now that we're here, we can take this harness, we can kind of pop it out here and you could feed it right through. And now it'll be hidden behind this trim. Then you're going to want to pop the trim out. You'll see that there's a black plug connecting to the seat control. You could just pull that out. Now this is the factory black control plug. And we're just going to pop it into the harness. And then the harness is going to go into the side seat control. Now that that's plugged in, you can go ahead and take all the extra wiring. Kind of put it off to the side here where you have a little bit of space. And pop this back into place.
So if you don't want the front passenger seat to be able to be controlled from the rear screen here, you don't need to do anything with this green plug. We can just leave that unplugged, and we'll take our other black plug here and plug it in to the one plug coming out of the new rear screen. So it powers up immediately. Now we can just tuck our wiring back behind here and snap the screen back into place. Alright, at this point the install is complete. This will be the main screen here with the rear seat air controls, so we can go ahead and turn those on. And now the slider here will allow us to adjust the fan speed. I can already feel it blowing out the vent here. So there's just a few settings we'll probably want to go ahead and change. We'll make sure our time is set. We can go ahead and set our temperature unit to Fahrenheit. So right next to the main air control screen here is the heated seats. So we can just tap these to turn them on or off. This is also where if you hooked up the front passenger seat control wire, you'll also be able to control that from here. Next to that is going to be our apps and settings. Next to that is going to be a media tab, which if you're using the CarPlay function on this, you're probably not going to use this very often. So speaking of CarPlay, one more thing we'll want to do is go into the Android settings, connected devices, and this is where you will pair your phone with Bluetooth, and this will allow you to come down here to the CarPlay app, which is going to be auto link, and that's how you're going to get your CarPlay on this screen. Alright, and that is going to do it for us today on our install of the new version 3 rear screen for Tesla Model 3 and Model Y. If you have any questions about what we did today, make sure to leave a comment down below. We'd be happy to help. If you found this video helpful, make sure to leave a like, and if you're not already, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified whenever we post new videos. We've got lots more Tesla content coming very soon. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.